Hey, here we are again.
Hey.
Yeah, we all caught up. Well, there.
Yo.
It was
What's
a
up?
relatively quick 2 weeks, wasn't it?
Yeah, it really was.
It went by pretty fast.
Yeah.
You need a bottle opener for that?
No, it's a twist cap.
Please.
Thank you.
Yeah.
It's still close. Thank you.
You're very welcome.
Emmett, son. Get a bottle opener.
He's all right now.
No, he's not.
No, that's right. Yeah, I know. He's got his bottle open anyway. Well, anyways.
That beer back there, I seen.
What a weird couple of weeks as far as collecting goes.
Yeah, it was.
Kind of was. I don't know. I mean, some decisions were made and some pre-order stuff, and then some.
Then there was some stuff you look at like, why did they go that route?
Well, yeah, there was some of that, and I got to tell you, the frustration with McFarlane is definitely growing. Not necessarily because of a lack of product, but it's a actual lack of product.
What's up, Adam?
Hey, Adam.
So I guess we can talk about that in a bit.
Yeah.
I noticed they've been doing some Everett McFarlane, they've been doing some deep dives on some stuff.
Well, yeah, and the numbers of them being produced it's pretty apparent are way down, and I don't really blame them, but it's a little rough to do to the collectors in the last 6 months of the line to give us a bunch of the figures everybody's always wanted, and then to literally short produce them. That's a little rough, but
And probably on purpose, knowing McFarlane.
well, it's definitely on purpose because they're winding down production. I mean, they got to get all them factories changed over to other product lines, and they're just finishing up whatever they had in the pipeline for the last year, no doubt.
Because I will say DC was his top line.
Well,
they're probably out to not have any McFarlane on the shelves when Mattel stuff comes out. So that's part of the reason they probably cut back production to make sure it's cleared out.
Yeah. And if you look at the numbers, if you look at the sales that Big Bad are running right now on almost everything McFarlane, it's definitely a liquidation type situation. So
Yeah. I saw your Fraggle Rock stuff, Adam. That was awesome, man.
that is a very cool diorama. That was very cool.
What up, Timothy?
Mr. Tim. So yeah,
I thought
very strange.
McFarlane was gonna run a year with the
No.
Mattel DC stuff.
No, that was all rumor stuff. That
was pipe dreams, I think.
Yeah, typical internet stuff. Everybody's got information. 90%
From what I read,
fake.
McFarlane was gracious, or Mattel was gracious enough to let them continue it through this year, let alone any further.
Yeah.
There was a lot of negotiating going on.
Yeah.
Well, for you Batmobile guys, they got the Batman and Robin McFarlane Batmobile for $44 in stock.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I don't know. I haven't heard of it. I know by just some of the rumors from like Jaeger and like that. I've seen, it's got to be a name only anyways. There's got to be at least 35 that I've heard of. But the weird thing is his last info dump from that retailer down in Mexico, there were multiple 2-packs and a bunch of name only reveals. But the weird thing is those figures were scheduled for, I guess, an October release, which cutting it awful close to drop another 65 or so figures, 70, 65 figures in just 3 months. I don't know what's going on, honestly. I can't imagine.
Boy, here's a great sale. The Joker DC Deluxe Collector Set, 35% off, only $162.49.
Yeah. Well, like I said, they're in liquidation mode for sure. They want to get rid of all of that McFarlane stuff. So
Yeah, they're going to have to.
yeah,
I'm
it
just
just
waiting
makes sense.
on Raw Superman, and I'm good at this point. Cool.
Yep. And I guess that's in that pipeline. So, I don't know. I'm getting what I can. I was actually shocked. I managed to get both versions of Zatanna and both versions of Canary without any real effort, to tell you the truth. I was actually kind of surprised at that. So
Here's something I'm going to order, and I'm not looking to order it for this, but all the Joe's guys out there, you can get the Red Hood Outlaw DC Multiverse Red Hood Sports Bike for $23. Be nice for you Joes.
that's a 7-inch scale. It doesn't work very well.
Yeah.
You throw Road Pig on it. It works.
Yeah, you could throw Road Pig on it. But yeah, I don't know. Like I said, very strange couple of weeks. There was some product drops that I don't know as anybody knew were coming. I have to be perfectly honest with you. I have seen some of the pictures of what Marvel showed the other day. I guess we'll talk about that later.
Oh, don't get me started.
And of course, the G.I. Joe, the classified drama, right? I mean, hit since we were here last. So I guess we'll
but that's going to be a 2027 problem, not a 2026 problem, I think.
I'm afraid you're wrong.
Well, I think they've already got the 2026 line already flushed out. I think as far as Lanny goes, I think 2027 is going to be the problem.
I don't know.
Well, we might as well do it. Just jump in, go for it. If you got something to talk about it, talk about it. No reason for us to wait.
We can put this up there, and I'm sure everyone's done read this, but it's information. Because like we don't break no information here. Mm-mm. This is from old B-Mac. And he said he's thanking everybody. So everybody probably knows by now he's going to be the new guy. And honestly, I have no faith in him. That's just my opinion because how many streams has he been on and they've been just a mass disaster?
Yeah. He's kind of been in and out, right?
Yeah, he was on one stream. They announced him as the new person supposedly taking
Emily's
spot, and the live stream he was on was just a disaster. And then we didn't see him for several months or even hear anything about him. Then all of a sudden, bam, here he is going to be the head guy over G.I. Joe Classified. I don't know.
I think you're right, Shane. I think everybody's read this. This page here is, and I'm not faulting him because it is his job. This page here is the sales pitch, right? This is the marketing guy. Right? This is brand manager, damage control stuff. And I'm not being critical of that at all because this is his job. I'm not going to fault a guy for doing his job. The next page is the one that bugs me.
What bugs me is the start of that last paragraph.
Well, that's the pitch. But here's the thing. The very first line is he goes directly to Tony.
Yep.
Right? We all know Tony works on the graphic designs of stuff, not the physical designs of stuff, not the character designs of stuff, from my understanding of it. Here's what bothers me, guys, is that there is no name attached to this line now in the design aspect. BMAC does not do design, right?
Nope.
Tony doesn't do design.
Nope.
This is where this is what's bothering me, guys. This is where you introduce your new designer.
Yep.
Right. This is where you go, hey, let me, great. Tony's on top of things. Thanks so much, Lenny, for everything you've done. Here is who's coming onto the team. We don't get that.
No, not at all.
Which leads me to believe they're not going to attempt to fill the position until the move to Boston is done. Or it's going to be G.I. Joe is going to fall into the same thing that Marvel and Star Wars has got going on, this group effort stuff, where there's 9 million hands in every little thing, and none of them are particularly competent or all that excited about their job. That's where I stand. I mean, this is where, like I said, this is where the new guy gets introduced, right?
Yep.
That builds confidence in the brand, from my way of thinking. That builds brand confidence. That builds line confidence. That builds, that gives everybody in the fandom a big old sigh of relief, right? This is who it is. This is where he's been. We don't get any of that. That's a problem. And then to throw the Grand Slam bone at the end, I genuinely appreciate that, but it's definitely comes across as a bone. Here's your peace offering, so to speak.
Yeah.
And
please stick around, guys.
Right, exactly. Here's your peace offering. Hope to see you soon. And
exactly.
Then off he goes. Shane's right. From my recollection, BMAC was solidly involved in two fan streams that were absolute S shows, and we all know it. Mm-hmm. And the third one he was supposed to be involved with, Emily ended up magically appearing at, remember? Because BMAC, for whatever reason, was nowhere to be found. There's been some stories about his interaction with fans and collectors at a couple of the shows that he's been at that were less than stellar and a whole lot less than friendly. If I'm not mistaken, BMAC is also the one that was involved in the mini altercation with one of the other vendors, wasn't he? Am I mistaken on that?
No, you're right.
I do not know. You're right, bro.
So
I don't have confidence in it, man. I mean, honestly, sorry, I don't.
No.
And for someone like Lenny loved G.I. Joe.
Mm-hmm.
He absolutely loved G.I. Joe.
Yep.
And for him to all of a sudden be gone to another company is telling. Very, very telling. What's it telling? I'm not 100% sure, but
right.
It can't be good.
No, go ahead, Corey.
I'm gonna read the tea leaves. If you go back one page back in the last paragraph on the first page, it said he was born into this. His dad watched all this and grew up with. He don't have no connection to this.
His dad actually worked at Hasbro.
Yeah. Okay. Well,
for him to be one of the kid toy testers,
and that's how that's how he become a kid toy tester.
Well, and I'm gonna tell you what's gonna happen. And I'm reading the tea leaves here. I think 2026 you'll get the OG 13 and a few more pieces that the collectors need. 2027 is going to be mostly repaints, and that's going to be the end of it. That's the reason they ain't coming in with another designer. They're going to write it off in 2027.
I know our inside source said a while ago that Flash had been either wasn't going to be released until 27 or had been pushed back to 27. I can't remember exactly which. I wouldn't at all be surprised to see Flash get moved to 26 now. I gotta be perfectly honest with you guys. I've had some serious questions about the line for quite a while, because if you look at what we're actually getting, it's It's not great. I mean, stuff like the mole rats, and I ordered them. These ramp rats, the green shirts, with the swappable heads. The Arctic repaints, which aren't anywhere near as big of a fence as they seem to be, because that's what G.I. Joe always was. But as far as, and let's face it, the new characters are pretty lackluster. I tell you the one thing that's very telling to me, even more so than the Grand Slam name drop the other day, and basically some sort of confirmation that Flash is definitely coming, is that very, very strange drop of Don Moreno Snake Eyes for July of this year. That's Don Moreno, that figure right there for me. I think that was almost like the bow tie. Does that make any sense? Because that's one of those characters they would have put off until the very end. It's very strange. The timing on it is very strange. I have to tell you, the releasing it in July, just literally a few days after both DFW and Joe Fest, where you could have those figures get signed, is a little strange too.
Yeah.
I kind of think that was Lenny's love letter to Hama. He knew at that point he was on the way out the door, and I think only two things could get Lenny to leave this. The place he's going next is going to give him a ton of money, or he knows it's over with already in 2027. He wants to find something else to land.
They had to give him plenty of money. Or
he's looking for somewhere else to land because he knows it's over in 2027.
No, to tell you the truth, Lenny Lee, this is going to sound strange, but Rhode Island is one of those places where it is very, very small. Everybody in Rhode Island is connected to everybody else in Rhode Island. So it really genuinely could be that simple. Lenny just does not want to move his family to Boston. And I wouldn't blame him one bit.
No, who would want to go to Boston?
Why? And like I said, Rhode Island is like one big community all unto itself. If he grew up there, which I think he did, he's got kids there, he's got a wife there. I wouldn't. Why in the world would he want to? Why would he want to leave it?
But you think with the technology they got now, why would he even need to move there? I mean, could he not just from home?
Yeah, but
a lot of us using a computer now.
We've seen so many of these companies reeling in, just getting rid of all of the work from home stuff, and I don't understand why. It seems like it's a lot more efficient to me, but I don't know.
We said nothing bad about Rhode Island yet.
No, I'm not saying anything. I actually like Rhode Island, other than Maine, and it's really the only other New England state that I have much use for, to tell you the truth. Having grown up there, Rhode Island is a very small community, and they kind of stay to themselves. And like I said, everybody's connected to everybody else. Why in the world anybody would choose to move to Boston from there is way beyond me. And I think that it may be that simple. But here's the thing: if you listen to what they've told us in the past, that they're 16, 18 months out in development on these figures, to say that maybe it was like a farewell to the line and some type of tribute to Mr. Hama 18 months out, I'm not sure about that. It's either that or that whole line of crap is completely out the window, and they're nowhere near that far ahead.
I don't believe they are, man.
I have a hard time believing it, but it doesn't take you 18 months to cook up a repaint. Original figures, maybe, but I mean, and we're not getting it in vehicle development at this point in time. So, good Lord, we're buying the HasLabs before they're technically done. We're looking at the model. That's not even the prototype, production process. So, and those are produced and shipped in a year's time or a little more. So, I don't know. It's definitely turned into a bit of a soap opera. That's for sure.
It definitely has.
I
just know from Lenny telling us how much he loved G.I. Joe, how much that was his passion, and then for him to just leave, there's something there. To me, there's something else. You don't leave a job you love to a job you have no idea if you'll like at all.
Well, you can look at him and them live streams that he's done. You could tell he was happy to be there.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Every time he'd pull a figure out from underneath that table to show it to people, he was excited about it.
Yeah, he was excited. He was genuinely proud of it. Yeah.
Where everybody else is like, kind of like Emily. She was just like, whatever,
Yeah, Emily. Which one of the Powerpuffs was that? No, that's who she was. Yeah, I mean, but then again, you see the instability there because she says, "Well, I'm going." And then B-Max shows up. Complete disaster. Shows back up. Oh, hi, I'm back. I never really said I was leaving.
Yeah.
Right. And now we didn't even get this time, right? She's just gone. And B-Max in charge again. And it's just like, you guys, you're just not generating a lot of faith in anything that you say or anything that you do. I don't know. And I got to tell you, we're definitely at the point where the vast majority of us are having to make very, very hard financial decisions about this stuff. This is not the time to be getting wishy-washy about your product or anything about your product, in my opinion, because it's just too easy for us to get tipped over the edge to just not spend the money right now. That's just a fact of life. That's got nothing to do with Hasbro or anything else. That's just the way things are right now. So, I will tell you this: their quarterly earnings came out Wednesday or Thursday, and I read it. I read the report over just briefly, but I got to tell you, they made some money. But it was all they couldn't spend more time in that report talking about magic cards. Wizards of the Coast. Wizards of the Coast is keeping us afloat. Wizards of the Coast are 99.999% of our income. 100% of our profits are Wizards of the Coast.
They're stretching out because they've done Spider-Man. They got Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles out now. They're doing Star Trek this fall. They're trying to bring every property into Magic, trying to keep it going.
Keep it relevant.
That's their cash cow.
And they've already done Star Wars in the past.
Yeah, it's definitely the cash cow.
I've done Transformers. I don't think
it might have been Transformers I was thinking about.
Like Dave's saying, as far as buying stuff, I only got one big ticket item this year. I know I'm going to buy from Hasbro, and that's Destro and the Iron Grenadier deal, and that's it. Now, I'll probably trickle in some other stuff, some $20, $30 figures here and there, and a 2-pack here and there, but that's it.
Well, I got to tell you guys, speaking of big ticket items, as of Tuesday, some of our bank accounts just took our big ticket item for the entire year, which was the second compendium. I don't know. I ordered.
Yeah.
I opted into and added to my pledge the foil covers of all of the add-on comics, and that plus shipping and everything else, that was a whopping $460. And I'm not ashamed to say that because I'm very happy to be able to get that second compendium. You know what I'm saying? That's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is, it's April. And I can genuinely tell you that was my spend for the year. Mm-hmm. I mean, that's not an exaggeration. That's just a fact. And I really don't believe I was alone in that. If you looked at the numbers on that compendium, they were quite a bit lower than the first round.
Yeah.
They were desperate to hit that 3 million mark again. They didn't. And there was no last minute rush of retailers coming in to. I mean, literally, I watched it by the minute just for giggles, and there was no big rush at the end. There just wasn't. It didn't happen. So
Why do you think this one didn't do that?
because people are broke, bud. It's really that simple.
For real.
People are broke.
$4 a gallon of gas.
Well, here's the thing, 3 months ago I dropped $40 a week in my truck. Now I'm dropping $80 a week in my truck.
So
Well,
you're gonna be doing $250 a week.
well, it's that, and we've all gripped about groceries over the last 2 years. That's not getting better. I don't care what.
No, it's going to get worse.
That
It's
ain't
going
getting
to get
better.
worse.
So
Hey, now my eggs are better.
yeah,
I'm not paying $11 for a dozen of eggs.
yeah, the eggs are
But
better.
overall, after inflation hits, it never comes back down. If you look
really
back
doesn't.
to the 70s when it hit, and it never
Yeah.
did.
Right.
Once
Yeah,
they
you have
go
to
up,
have
they
something
don't come back down.
catastrophic. Yeah. I agree. And that's the reality for an awful lot of people. And that's from Alabama to California to Washington State to Washington D.C. There's nothing regionally unique about that. And I have to be perfectly honest with you. What limited numbers there are for collectors of the Joe line or Transformers in Japan or Europe, they're in even worse shape than we are.
Well, there's so many ways to make eggs.
Yeah.
You can have fried eggs, boiled eggs, scrambled eggs, eggs kebabs.
I thought there was only 2 ways to make eggs. It started with a rooster and a hen. My bad. I didn't know.
Egg souffle, eggs Benedict,
That's right.
Eggs and shrimps.
green eggs and ham.
If you forgot everybody's favorite, green eggs and government cheese.
Hey, I love me some government cheese. Don't you be talking about no government cheese. We'll be fighting over that.
Yeah, we're gonna be fighting over some government cheese. I want it. That's what the fight's gonna be about.
Best grilled cheese you'd ever eat in your life.
Awesome
Government cheese.
Boy, he ain't lying.
Ain't nothing but cubed vegetable oil, but they call it.
But it was good, man.
Good.
Yeah, boy, those are the days. Man, remember that? Going to school, coming home with 6 pounds of cheese.
Yeah.
Yeah.
6 pounds. I only come home with 3. What are you talking about?
He is a lost hope, Adam.
I'm not spending 1 second of time talking to anybody about the birds and the bees. Sorry, it's not going to happen. Or the chickens and the roosters. I don't know.
It's the only way I know how to make them. One way.
I do wish that Hasbro had found a way to be, I don't know, more encouraging.
I don't know if they could, man. I'll be honest.
Well, that's what I mean, and
I don't know.
Yeah, you're probably right. I don't know as they could have. Yeah.
I mean, how could you have sold BMAC any better?
No. I'll be honest with you. Deep 6 and finish it to OG 13. I think I'm happy at that point.
The only way they're going to be encouraging to me if they say we're going to start making classified figures for $10 a pop. That would encourage me. But
Bingo.
Yeah.
They could do that too.
No, they can't.
But I think whatever the reason for increasing price, they're going to price themselves out of business. What's going to happen? They're going to lose. People can't keep affording to pay these. I mean, $30 for a 6-inch figure now.
It's insane.
I mean,
when you think Marvel Legends, the Toy Biz Marvel Legends, when they come out back in 2002, 2003, they were $6, $6.42 at Walmart for a big 6-inch figure with a. I mean,
big builder figure piece. Yeah,
they come with a comic book. They come with a couple of accessories. I mean, and they were $6.42 at Walmart. And
here's what they're gonna do. They're gonna price themselves to a point that a real hardcore collector is gonna say, you know what? I'll kick $40 in and go get one of these Japanese import high-end things with 1,001 accessories and better articulation. That's what they're going to do.
Well, if they keep pricing themselves up and up and up and up, you might as well start buying Super 7.
There you go.
I mean, the best figures are better looking, come with way more accessories. So I mean, we're at $30 now for a figure, and how much is an ultimate?
$50, something like that.
Yeah, something like that.
$49.99, something like that. I mean, we're not that far away. Plus, you got to look at all the extra stuff you get. You get at least what, 2 heads, 4 or 5 hands.
Oh yeah,
4 or 5
several weapons,
multiple weapons. So I mean, you're not that far away from being at that point.
and you know, I don't collect Super 7. I have had a few in my hand, and just from the standpoint of articulation and the mechanics of them, they're better than Marvel Legends.
Oh yeah,
they're designed better.
Yeah, I mean, let's face it. I mean, McFarlane already has for the collector series. You're at $40.
But see, this is the thing. Super 7 has not went up with their prices.
No, because they were way too high to begin with.
But I mean, honestly, they haven't.
No, they haven't.
Wherever the company has went up, they have not.
Yeah.
They have kept their prices the same.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I mean, somewhere along, and they get their product from the same place as Hasbro. Mattel hasn't gone up on their prices a lot neither.
A little.
But not like everybody else did.
No, the Hammond Collections ones, the Hammond Collection figures, the big ones jumped $20 a figure. But they're also very limited, and they were to begin with. So it's almost like, you know what I'm saying? It's like it sounds strange, but it's almost forgivable because the quality on them was so ridiculously high that they were kind of underpriced to begin with. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So it's definitely more forgivable. The McFarlane jump, I have to tell you, with the scale issues and especially these female face sculpts recently, you really got to feel bad about. I do, anyways. I'm not real happy about dropping $40 on one of these figures because they're honestly, other than to fill a hole, collector math, right? They're just not worth $40. They're just not.
You look at Bobby Valla. He dropped his down from like $36.99 to under $30. Mm-hmm. And I'm gonna be honest with you, some of his stuff way better laid out in Marvel stuff or Hasbro.
I don't have any problems with his product, but for me, I'm not a military collector. I collect G.I. Joe. Right, so it's just not.
Timothy,
I'm just not the same.
Timothy, you don't have anything to compare them figures to because they're new. The new movie figures, they're new.
Yeah,
whole different new line.
But I saw $10. I saw $10 figures. They look to be like 4.5 inch.
Yeah.
Just yesterday for the new movie, they were $10, $9.97.
Well, look at the kids line coming out for DC for $14.99 or $14.95. Some of them look better than what Marvel's putting out right now.
Yeah,
they do.
As far as their face goes and everything else, and I'll be honest with you, I'll probably buy a couple of the kids' versions just for the extra parts. And like the Joker, he comes with several different Joker heads, and one's a Batman, one's Robin, the Joker Knives Robin, and stuff like that. Kids like.
It's okay if you want to play with them. You don't have to tell us you're getting them for extra parts.
Oh, I'll play with them. I ain't gonna lie. But what I'm trying to say is, when did you ever see something like that in the kids line?
My desk is absolutely full of toys right now.
Oh, Jesus.
From Blockies to Legos to Hot Wheel cars.
That's right. You buy everything I put out.
It is interesting. I mean, Timothy makes an interesting point in that the price is the same, and Mattel owns Masters. They're not paying royalties to anybody.
Well, what I'm saying, like Masterverse. All right, say you got Masterverse figures. They never went up in price.
No.
They stayed the same.
Right.
Even when Hasbro was jacking their prices up. The wrestling figures, they stayed the same.
Mm-hmm. They got a monster deal with WWE.
Yeah.
And I mean, a monster of a deal with them.
Their prices didn't go up where everybody else's was. McFarlane, Hasbro, people like that. And then, not to mention, you got charged extra money when you bought from like Big Bad Toy Store or places like that for the keyword.
Yeah.
I mean, it doesn't make sense to me. How some can and some don't.
It's funny. It's funny. I don't know. I probably told you guys this. We were at Target. It's got to be 2 years ago. Oh, you know what it was? We were buying stuff for the toy drive we did that year. So it's been what, 2 years basically.
Yeah, 2 years, 3 years.
And I don't remember. I think they were cups, like insulated drinking cups.
Mm-hmm.
There was this rack of them, right? So top shelf is the Target brand, and at the eye level is all the Disney stuff. These were the exact same cups. Same manufacturer, same everything. But these have got Disney characters on them, and these don't. And the price was doubled because of Disney marketing. Now,
that's because I'm the mouse and you're going to pay me.
Well, I wish, it would be really, really interesting to look at the actual numbers of these contracts for these licenses, because that's a tremendous amount of money.
Technically, they can put Steamboat Willie version of Mickey Mouse on there without getting in trouble.
Yeah, well, no one's going to do that because you could say they're not going to get in trouble, but they're still going to have to pay millions in lawyers because Disney will just do it out of spite.
Yeah.
That's a fact. No one does it because it's not worth it. It's because it's not worth the lawsuit, and there would still be there'd still be a lawsuit. No one wants to mess with Lucasfilm. No one wants to mess with Marvel. No one wants to mess with Hasbro and G.I. Joe and Transformers. It's not just Disney. These companies have a property that's worth a lot of money. They are going to defend it viciously if need be. A lot of money involved here.
Oh yeah.
So.
I mean, you're talking millions and millions of dollars.
Yeah, in some instances, billions of dollars.
Yeah.
Like in the instance of the mouse.
It's very difficult to figure out where any of this is going to go forward from here. Because I got to tell you, this it looks like, politics aside, the reality is it looks like there's a good chance we're going to be at it again in Iran. And this time it's not going to be anywhere near as peaceable as it was before, believe it or not. So Asia is going to have major oil and chemical problems. So the bigger problem at Hasbro or Mattel or Super 7 or whoever may actually have to do with that black crap bubbling up out of the sand over there than it does our economy or what Disney wants or doesn't want or anything else, because production may be coming to a screaming halt. Last I heard, June 9th, Asia, and I mean that is the whole of Asia, is out of oil. Which it's sitting in the ground in the Middle East because it can't get through the Straits of Hormuz. That's where all the oil went.
Just send them over here. We got plenty for them.
I'm not sure we're going to give it to them in the quantities that they're going to want. It wouldn't be in our best interest to keep them afloat.
It's rumored that Bobby Valor is actually trying to buy his own production company and move it to the United States to produce his own figures.
I don't know the man. I have paid very little attention to him, to be perfectly honest with you. I don't believe much of anything that comes out of his mouth. I really don't. I think he's to tell you the honest truth, I think he's made a living out of bad-mouthing Hasbro and riding on Lenny's coattails, because he has had a lot of bad stuff to say about Lenny over the years. He made a little cottage industry out of being the toy bad boy, and I don't care. I don't care about his product.
Oh, he's got a lot of bitterness. You can tell just in his interviews. He's bitter.
And most of his stuff is just rip off of G.I. Joe.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
The only thing he really had going.
I think Monster Force has a lot more going for it than anything Valaverse. Because at least this is original. You know what I'm saying? This is, the classic monsters and stuff like that. That has more to do than just, like you said, a really thinly veiled Joe ripoff.
Well, see what Bobby was trying to do, and it basically went to crap. He was trying to get exclusivities with people. He got Tim Kennedy. Well, Tim Kennedy got bad press. He thought he had Sergeant Slaughter locked up, and we see how that went.
Yeah, Hasbro came a calling again. So yeah. Yep. And yeah, Adam, I was there. And the energy crisis of the 70s was absolutely terrible.
I was born in 75. I don't remember it.
It was bad.
I was born in 79, but I also remember paying working and paying nearly $8 a gallon out on the road in my 20s. So
it was bad, and it wasn't just gasoline. It was heating oil. It was everything. It was bad. It was bad. So yeah, I certainly hope not, and I don't know. And again, I don't know Bobby Valor. I'm not running him down or anything. He's just not for me. His personality type is just not for me.
The only interaction I had with him, I thought it was a fan trolling me, and he blocked me, so it wasn't a fan trolling me.
Oh, I don't know.
Blocked me on Twitter. Or X now, whatever it's called.
Yeah, I don't know. Like I said, I wish him nothing but the best. I hope he's successful. I'm not going to buy his product because, like I said, I don't collect military stuff. I collect G.I. Joe. I like a few of these things. I like all of it. I just don't. I don't need some of the stuff that Ramen puts out is really cool, but it's not G.I. Joe.
Yeah,
it's definitely military stuff.
Well, the best thing that Bobby Valor puts out that he can compete and beat everybody on scale with, is his military weapons. I mean, it's cheaper in Gridiron Studios. It don't look like a laser gun, and they're real builds of real military weapons.
I will give him that. His weapon packs are legit.
Sure.
I mean, I bought the $99 Big 10, and I still got guns that I can use. And that was like 2 years ago when it first came out.
Yeah, like I said, I wish I knew that.
I mean, the figures I got from Action Force are solid figures. I don't have.
Sure.
I mean, they're good figures. I mean, they're just military figures, but
yeah.
And
there's nothing.
Well, now he's got that. Now he's got that whole deal with pirates now coming out.
Pirates.
Yeah, they're like a military / a pirate deal. He showed one here a while back. It looked pretty cool. I'd be interested in buying it.
Is he trying to do knockoff of Dreadnoughts?
No,
I would say maybe, yeah, maybe.
This is more. What I saw was more like an actual pirate. I mean,
a few hundred years ago, pirates.
Yeah.
Yeah, but he had automatic weapons.
Yeah.
But they had automatic weapons.
He's carrying a blunderbuss in one hand. He's got an AK-47.
That's an interesting mix, isn't it? Okay.
I am the captain now, Bobby.
Might be a market for it. I don't know.
Everybody likes pirates.
Yeah.
I love pirates.
Not
I thought one throw in the collection. I mean,
I don't know about a pirate with an AK-47.
You can't take kids to see none of the pirate movies though, because they're all rated R.
Yeah.
Rated R. Yeah. All right, Shane. It's like this right now. I could throw a pin at a globe, and I guarantee you I can land on some pirates rocking AK-47s right at this moment in time.
Somali pirates.
Still pirates.
Here I am without my sound effects.
All right. So, what the heck did Marvel do this week? I saw the receding hairline Hulk. What the heck was that all about?
Well, I kind of like that.
Since you mentioned Marvel, before we get into all the Marvel stuff, I picked this up from Wolf this week. He ordered some of these. He's got 3 more sets. It was a Kickstarter. It's the Spider-Man newspaper comics from the 1977 to 1980 in 4 volumes.
Nice.
That's awesome.
Wait a minute. You can display it. You can display them this way, or you can display them this way.
Oh, that's very cool.
Very nice.
But you can see the little thing, like a little window at the bottom of each volume.
Mm-hmm.
You pull it out,
Yeah.
and you got the comic.
That's awesome.
And it's actually, in the shape of the actual comic strip from the old comics. Of course, you got the ones from the Sundays that was in color, and then you got the black and white for the weekly.
That's very cool.
And so, I thought this was really cool. At the time when it come up for it was just, it wasn't that much. It was like the retail on like $30 a piece. So I think it was $110 to get all 4 volumes, and then you could get extras. You could get mouse pads and stickers and other stuff if you get more funding on it. But it's just cool because this is something you don't get in reprints.
Right.
You do with other comics, because these were just done for the newspapers.
Yeah, just the papers, yeah.
And I know the Marvel Epic Collection, they did the Star Wars newspaper in a couple of volumes of the Epic Collection, but surprisingly they hadn't done Spider-Man. So I'm wondering, since they done a Kickstarter for it, if they hadn't planned on doing Spider-Man comic strips. But I remember as a kid seeing Spider-Man in the newspaper, because this was like 77 through 80.
Yeah.
And it's just, he saw that, and at the time, it hit at a bad time. That's when I had to spend $1,500 on my vehicle. I had other stuff going on, and I wasn't able to get one, but they had like a dealer special that you could get. So Wolf ordered, it's like you had to get 4 sets if you order for a dealer special. And he ordered 4 sets, and I told him, I said, well, I'll guarantee one of them when you get them. So I done a little trading and negotiating with him, got me a set up this past week. But he's got 3 more sets if anybody's interested. And I guess he's just going to put them out and sell them, because they actually have a suggested retail of $29.99 on them. If you'd funded it, it was like $110, which was a little less than that, because it'd be $120 for 30 a piece. But they're really cool. If you're a Spider-Man fan, you need this set.
That is
like
very
I said,
cool.
Spider-Man's my main guy. I grew up on Spider-Man. I remember the comics. I said, man, I got to get a set of those. And it killed me that I couldn't do the Kickstarter at the time. But he jumped in there at the last minute and got a dealer special on them. So I thought, well, good, maybe I can at least get a set of them.
Mm-hmm.
But they're really cool. I like it. It's got the year. Each book's 1 year, and it's got the little different characters: Mysterio, Kraven, Kingpin, all those up at the top on there. Spider-Man on the back tells a little about it. Pretty much the same picture on the back, but it's got little details on that year. And but yeah, they're cool. Kickstarter, with comics and stuff, you don't have to wait 3 and 4 years like you do with some stuff. I'm still waiting on them 2 Angel figures I ordered from what was the name of the? We had the guy on the show.
Yeah, I remember now.
And, I remember.
Me too. Years.
Yeah, it's been it's been 3 years this May, I think.
Are you still getting updates at all?
I am. Yeah, they're still working on it. It's just the Larry Hama figure. The 25th style Larry Hama figure I got. It took me 3.5 years to get it. It was a Kickstarter. And they just kept running into issues. You know how it is. If you're not big time like Mattel or Hasbro,
right?
You kind of have to play to whatever the manufacturer does. And I think with the Larry Hama, if I remember right, they had it set up and started production, and then something happened and they lost that factory, and they had to find another factory, and they had to start over, and it's just different things like that. But yeah, I'm still getting updates on it. But at least with like the compendiums and the comics and stuff, that's just printing, so it's not like they're having to produce anything new. They're just having to print. So
just get it printed, right? printed and distributed. And,
So it's really cool. And if any of you guys are Red Sonja fans, they have a Red Sonja Kickstarter right now that ends in about 42 hours. So it's got some cool trading cards and comics and things in there too. So you might want to go over to Kickstarter and check it out. I don't know if I'm going to get the fun one or not. I'd like to, but like you said, I've done the compendium this time because I didn't do it last time, and I done it this time. And I just done the Order of Battle to make sure I got both volumes of it. The comics, I'm going to take my chances on finding those aftermarket. But you know, like I said, it was still $350 or so with shipping and all that. So
yeah, it's just the base compendium with shipping is $350, and then each of the comics was another $20 a piece on top of that. Well, for the foil books, it was.
And I still got I hadn't canceled my Arctic Kiss yet, but we got supposedly till December. But I'm going to count September the way they do things. Hopefully I'll have the money for it by then. But as far as the HasLab, I don't know. I mean, that's going to be up in the air. I mean, I
have no confidence.
I have no confidence. I'm going to be able to have a bit of fun one.
Well, I know I've already been getting I've already been getting emails on the Mephisto figure, which I canceled because I'm going in July. They're claiming July. I'm going with Destro instead.
Yeah, I hadn't got anything. Well, I hadn't really looked at my email for him, but I hadn't really got anything on Mephisto.
Because I kind of want a human version of Mephisto to be better going to shelf. I made one the other day, so. Are we ready to travel down the Marvel hole?
No. Did you get Timothy's question, John?
What was that?
Was that Ramita, the artist on those?
Yes.
Yes.
All right.
Stan Lee and John Romita on the first three.
Mm-hmm.
And then the fourth one, the 1980 is Stan Lee, John Romita, and Larry Lever.
Nice. There you go.
If you can see those.
Yep. There you go.
Yep.
So back to the Kickstarter thing real quick. It was early 2024 whenever it was funded.
What was that?
The Kickstarter we was talking about.
The angel figures, yeah.
Oh. Was it 24? Maybe it's just
early 24.
Okay.
I have to tell you, this is going to sound terrible.
Retro Toy Quest.
I had every intentions on backing that, and to tell you the truth, I forgot and missed it.
Yeah.
I
got in on it. It wasn't a bad. I mean, it wasn't a bad.
No,
thing.
it wasn't a lot of money.
Yeah.
But still.
I just checked and saw that when I got the last update. 3/5/26 was the last update.
But I'll tell you, we've talked about it before, and I've talked to
you there, John. Wolf owes you more money.
Yeah.
I'll bet Wolf's this weekend then.
There you go.
Yeah. It's worth it. It's awesome. I mean, this is an awesome.
It's a great set.
Yeah.
Great set.
Hey, I'll tell him to make sure he holds you one, Timothy, if you want me to. In case they get going. Because like I said, he only got 4. I got one of them, so he's got 3 left.
Had 3 left.
Yeah, hopefully. Hopefully he's still got it. I don't know if he probably ain't got them put out yet. I got them, let's see, Thursday afternoon. I went down there and he still had them in the back. I think they come in Wednesday. And but yeah, it's a cool set. I'd like to see more like stuff because gosh, there was a lot of different. Like I said, I remember Star Wars and Spider-Man and what other? There was some more that was in. I think Batman had a run in the newspaper for a while, didn't it, Dave?
He said, "Please do, John."
Okay.
I know Superman did because my dad loved Superman, and every Sunday he had the paper to read Superman.
I don't remember. I don't remember Batman in the papers, but
maybe it was Superman. I was thinking it was
Superman had one for a long time. Yeah. I have to tell you though, honestly, my recollection is for comic book superheroes, not counting, like the Shadow or Dick Tracy or anything, but, modern superheroes. Spider-Man's really the only one I know of that was in the papers forever. I mean, it just seemed like Spider-Man was a staple in the, the Sunday funnies.
Yeah.
So
I remember the Phantom. I remember reading the Phantom. Possibly Flash Gordon. I don't know if Flash Gordon.
I remember seeing.
Yeah, Flash Gordon was there. I remember that. I remember seeing that back in the day.
Phantom. I remember reading the Phantom regularly. Phantom was in there for a long time too.
Long time, yeah. Lone Ranger, for that matter.
Yeah.
Tarzan.
Yeah. Tarzan. Yeah. Tarzan was big.
Yep.
I know there was a couple of comics that had It was Spider-Man, and it had the Beast from X-Men guest with him. I forgot. I've got the comic. There was 3 issues of the comic, which was basically telling the same story as the comic strip. But then there was a 4th comic that you could get that had blank spots where you could clip the newspaper strip out and glue it into the comic, so you'd have it in a comic book.
That's cool.
And that was in the early, if I remember right, Project.
Yeah, that was a Human Beast, right? Not Blue Beast.
No, it was Blue. It was Blue Beast at the time.
Was it?
Yeah, it was the early '90s when this was.
Oh, okay.
And I think they must have run it for a short time in a newspaper then. I have to look it up now because I can't remember the name of it.
We just have some pretty cool stuff every once in a while, didn't we?
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I mean, I will tell you some of the best stuff going is showing up on Kickstarter. I would say that.
Yeah.
Some of the worst stuff going is showing up on Kickstarter. If you are,
and only the lies show up on Hasbro.
So what was the deal with Marvel this weekend?
Yeah, let's do that and get it over with.
Well, they lied to us and slapped us in the face again.
Please elaborate.
Yeah, exactly.
Robbie Reyes, Ghost Rider.
Oh yeah.
Never get him. If you didn't back Spirit of Engine of Vengeance, you would never see him in figure form. Well, here he is in the newest wave.
He's a different color though.
So you're saying they pulled a Wild Bill?
So you're saying they pulled a his tank?
Yeah,
pretty much.
I mean, are we shocked anymore?
Yeah.
At this stuff.
Only thing you don't get the human head, but everything's the same from those Engine of Vengeance, even his accessories.
Did we not get a Goblin Queen, even though she was based off the cartoon instead of the? And we got
we got one of them finally too, didn't we?
And we got Mephisto on the way too. So, hey, they want to call our bluff. We'll call theirs.
They're not bluffing. They're actually doing it. They're sticking it right there in your faces now.
Yeah,
it's insane.
They said we're not gonna make these, and then we don't back it. And they're like, okay, well, they're gonna get mad if we don't make them, so we better put them out there somewhere. Yeah.
Now I want to see a Build-A-Figure wave where you get the original Ghost Rider's horse. I will pre-order that wave just to get that horse.
Is it all flamed out?
I don't care if it's all flamed out, just white.
I mean, but I don't know nothing about Marvel. I'm not very big on that.
Oh,
Is the
the original was not. No, the original was not flamed.
Oh.
Yeah.
I
It was
got
just a wild
really
horse.
cool flamed horse.
Wasn't even a skeleton. Wasn't the one in the movie a skeleton?
Nope. Yeah, but in the movie was. But the first one, he was called the Phantom Rider. He wouldn't even call it. No, he was called Ghost Rider, wasn't he, John? Then they changed him to the Phantom Rider.
Phantom Rider, yeah. I think he started out as Ghost Rider, and they changed it to Phantom Rider.
Yeah,
I believe.
He's Carter's slave. Yeah, in the comic, he was the original Ghost Rider.
They could do a horse for him, and then turn around and use that pole and do like a 2-gun kid with a horse or something. to reuse the mold, you know.
I like to have a Sam Elliott. I like to have a Sam. I like to have a Sam Elliott all skeleton out and flamed out with a horse or a deluxe figure.
Yeah, Timothy, I know what you mean.
Me too.
But the Build-A-Figure that Robbie Reyes comes in is atrocious. Nobody wants that Build-A-Figure. Matter of fact, I don't even know no history on it.
The thing about the Robbie Reyes Ghost Rider is he looks more robotic than he does like a skull. I mean, it looks.
He's supposed to be more like a street racer than a motorcycle guy. So
yeah, but I mean,
so maybe
he don't look like a flaming skull though. His head actually looks more to me like a robot or a, you know.
Do you remember the first year of the Prius that come with that ugly plastic cover over the engine? That's exactly what his head looks like.
Oh.
Yeah.
So yeah, I mean, it's not exclusive to one line apparently.
Yeah.
They'll release anything at any time if they choose to.
But they told us this is the only way you're going to get him. You got to back him. You got to get to tier. I think it was tier 2 or tier 3 to get the extra Robbie Reyes head, and it just didn't fund.
Yeah, yeah. You got if you the early bird if you funded within the first week or so, you got Robbie Reyes in human form to go with it. I'm like, who cares about that? I mean,
well, wait a minute. It didn't fund?
No, it didn't.
No,
it didn't get the early bird neither. But I mean, it didn't get anywhere close.
So I got it.
Well, that's kind of different then.
Well, where's the foul? Because it's not like a bunch of people have a figure that they told was going to be exclusive and now isn't.
Well, because they said that was the only way you were going to get Robbie Reyes, the Goblin Queen, and Mephisto that was the only time they'd ever be offered is during that campaign. And if it didn't fund, then you never see those figures.
Okay, well, that's, I mean, if they specifically said, you know, that's a problem. But
they said that, yeah. But then, like I said, the Goblin Queen, which is based off the comic, because I'm sure if the HasLab had funded it, she looked a little more like she did in the comic than she did the cartoon. In the cartoon, it was more. Well, she was more clothed than the cartoon because kids were watching. But the comic, she was.
Watch out! Always got the grabbers out.
And then you had like I said, then you got Mephisto up now, and then you got Robbie Reyes coming. So all three of them's getting made.
There she is.
So
there's Goblin Queen.
That's the more clothed version.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
The games they play, right?
Yeah.
But I mean, here's the deal: nobody cared about Robbie Reyes.
Yeah.
So you got the figures didn't get funded.
No, nothing got funded. They didn't make it to tier 1.
So people are getting figures that they wanted, right?
Right, but see that, but
getting the figures they wanted, but they were trying.
Don't complicate things.
But are still complaining about getting the figures they wanted.
What we're saying is they were trying to coerce people into funding that.
Oh, they sure
by
are.
telling them they would never get them any other way if they didn't fund it.
Right.
Okay, but
so the foul was a year or so ago, not now.
So
no, it was 3 or 4 years ago, wasn't it, John?
No, I don't even know.
No, it was 2 years ago. It was same time as the Dragonfly, wasn't it?
It was like his time.
No, it might have been same time as the Rattler. That would have been 2 years ago. Yeah.
2 years, yeah.
No, I kind of thought it was before the his tank. That was my decision which one to back. I had to pick one. I picked the his tank.
No, it ain't been that long. The his tank's been 4 years ago. No, it was during the Rattler. Same time the Rattler come out because this July would be 2 years since the Rattler went up for funding. Because during the his tank they had That was Galactus out during the Hess tank.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
That
yeah.
sounds about right. Yeah, because I
2022.
What?
2022.
What?
It's Engine of Vengeance.
No, it ain't been that long ago.
Yeah, that's what Google says.
Well, Google don't know.
Failed crowdfunding 2022.
Ain't no way it's been 4 years. There's no way.
Yeah,
I only got 9,000 backers at $350 each.
Yeah.
Because, like I said, I hadn't had Galactus 4 years, and Galactus was out way before the Engine of Vengeance. Engine of Vengeance. There's no way.
So what you're saying is people are getting figures that they really wanted without having to buy.
Well, now they're upset because they didn't get the car.
Gotcha. Adam is right. Gas.
Yes. Right. Right. The key is they lied to us again. Right. You know, it kind of gets marketing, man. It's marketing.
And then they put him in and a Build-A-Figure wave. It's Build-A-Figure's crap. I'll just be honest with you.
What Build-A-Figure?
What was the name of it, Johnny? It looks like a big garbage can. God.
Garbage Man.
Oscar the
Tony.
And there's only two decent figures in the wave. Would be this Robbie Reyes, and they got a retool Lady Deadpool.
Retool Lady Deadpool.
Yep.
Sounds like a rap song.
Basically, everything from her neck.
Female?
Well, everything from her neck down is new. And that's it.
Oh, see, Timothy knows. Box from Apple Flight. See, even I knew.
Yeah.
That.
Wait a minute. It was 22. Here's the Goblin Queen that was going to be offered with it.
Oh yeah, she's less closed. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's a nice looking figure.
So we got the Rattler last year.
And this is what we got.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's ugly.
I'm gonna have to think about this. That's a homemade one there you got, ain't it? That's not the
No, that's X-Men 97. That's X-Men 97.
That one is.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, that's X-Men 97.
Yeah.
Well, maybe the light in here. Hold on. Better?
Yeah, okay. It does look more like it.
Yeah, that's the one that come with the baby and stuff, ain't it?
Yep, that's her.
There's no way.
My little baby. Oh, little baby.
It was a little demon
Come
baby.
with baby Cable.
Baby Cable.
Yeah, I'm having to redo
Cable, the baby.
Baby Cable, isn't that a wire?
Okay.
His sister, extension cord.
Basically, she was a clone of Jean Grey. But nobody knew it until Jean Grey showed back up.
And people wonder why I don't mess with Marvel.
But the rest of the Marvel stuff they show, I'm kind of into stuff. The Spider-Man, I like to have a receding hairline Hulk. Kind of look cool, man.
It's the goofiest looking figure. John's just stuck in a loop now.
Yeah, I'm trying to figure it out. I can't believe it's been 4 years. That don't seem right. Time goes by too fast. I can't keep up.
Yeah.
That would.
I could have sworn it. I could have sworn it was right. I could have sworn it was right around his tank because I had to make a decision, and I went with his tank over Engine of Vengeance.
I mean, I just went to my email, searched Engine of Vengeance, and it pulled up where they was announcing the Goblin Queen, and it was sent October the 4th, 2022.
Just remember, Adam, you ain't got to buy them if you don't want them.
So the Rattler was offered in 24.
Yeah, it was offered. 24. Come out in 25.
Dragonfly in 23 and Hiss in 22. So
because I didn't back it, and I bought it last Comic-Con.
Galactus must have been offered in 21 because the
why don't we just Google that?
Because Rattler come out was 24, come out at 25 when it was released, and I bought it down at GastonCon last year, in last July, from Alexander.
Yeah, because like I said, it was because the the Sentinel I know come out in 20, or it was offered in 20 because it was offered right after during the COVID mess, and then the Galactus would have been 21, so the Engine of Vengeance would have been 22. So they
Galactus was August 30th, 2021.
Yeah, so they hadn't done any Marvel Legends.
I'm not even a Marvel guy.
No, after the Spirit of Vengeance, they ain't done no HasLab.
I can't believe that's been 4 years ago.
John just fell into a hole in the space-time continuum here. He's just
have them all.
He's turned into a
I reckon that,
have my retirement party next week as fast as this.
I reckon after that they went to this crowdfunding deal. You know, you fund it, we'll send it to you next year. You know, I think it was can't remember what the dragon guy, dragon man. He was the one after that.
Oh boy!
Yeah, he come out to that. He come because we got Dragon Man last year, so he would have been offered in 24.
There was like a 2-year gap for Marvel. Yeah.
Okay, we gotta cut you guys off.
No, actually, we don't because this is hilarious.
It's like a hole.
Yeah, it is. It is. I've been griping about McFarlane for the last 2 years, and I felt bad. This is actually ridiculous.
This is comedy gold.
Man.
I remember when it come out about his tank because I had a hard decision. And I went with his tank.
I had one of those.
Yeah, I definitely went with his tank over that. the Engine of Vengeance.
And I think I wasn't the only one. I think that's the reason the Engine of Vengeance did not fund. Because everybody went his tank instead.
Yeah, who wants the Diablo Diego figure when you can get a his tank?
I don't know, man. $69 charge.
I want one of them. I get one with the orange color on it.
Well, ramen, they got one now. So I mean, you can still do it now. You can get Robbie and go to ramen and get your knockoff Spirit Engine of Vengeance. So
there you go.
Yep.
Somebody made it for you.
Anybody got any pictures of?
You ain't got to buy it if you don't want to.
Now, will I get Robbie Reyes? I will if I find him in the store.
Oh, so his name ain't Santiago? Carmen Sandiego?
I got the other ones, you know. So you got to have him too. So.
Where in the world is Carmen Sandiego?
I mean, in all seriousness, I feel bad for Marvel collectors because I was still shocked to hear that there were over 2,000 Marvel Legends figures.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Oh wait.
2,000. Yeah.
They do about 150 different figures a year.
Yeah, those are Star Wars numbers. That's crazy.
I've got to have them all.
See right back here, Dave.
Yep.
That's all Spider-Man.
Yeah, I believe you.
Well, I mean, that's about like Superman and Batman.
Yeah.
They make billions of them, and they sell. That's why.
Yeah, it's true.
I've seen a lot of these game tubers. They have the best of in their collection, top 10 certain character figure. So I'm only going to do a top 3 and honorable mention this week. We get to it.
That's like blockies. I'm on the blocky kicks here lately. You'll have to give me excuse me for that one.
You might
in every set, every one of the Transformers, who's in them?
Optimus, you got Starscream, and you
Optimus
got
and Megatron is in every wave.
You got Starscream.
Now Starscream ain't in every wave. Why? Because Megatron and Optimus
sell.
Right, they sell. Yeah, it's that simple. Yeah, it's that simple.
So, I mean, as someone that is in the business, if you're going to try to make money, you're going to sell what?
Yeah, what sells.
That's right.
And that's what they did. I mean, it's all about making money, not making you happy.
Well,
exactly.
When I was building my Emily figure, I had buyer's remorse. I wished I never got Ultimate Hulk. Because I was looking at my 80th anniversary, there's not that much difference, and he looks better. I think he looks better at Ultimate Hulk, even though he can't clap his hands.
Speaking of Hulk, let's let Corey talk about his Hulk.
lot of these YouTubers, they're starting this deal out with one character. So I thought I would do top 3 and an honorable mention of characters I got multiples of. And I think the CIA has brainwashed me. So every time I see Hogan, I got to buy a Hulk Hogan figure. So I'm going to start with one I got the most of. This Hogan right here, he's my number 1. I think he's the best one. He's the ultimate. The next one will be actually him in package. I think I swapped his belt because I didn't like the that was supposed to be WrestleMania 3 Hogan.
He
But I didn't like the old.
Why's he got?
Oh, he got multiple. Oh no! Oh, he does. Huh? That I used a Chat GPT background. Oh well.
Wow.
He don't have that, but the next one I have him in package.
He's doing the peace sign too there.
Well, he's supposed to only have one finger up too.
Yeah.
But like I said, I think he'll be my number 1. He was supposed when he fought Andre the Giant, but like I said, I changed the belt.
Actually, it's number 2.
Yeah.
What's that?
That's true.
Anyway,
So there he is in the belt. That's when he fought Andre the Giant, right? I thought he fought Andre 3.
I don't know.
But that's the old belt that I got in there. That's when he had when he fought Andre. But like I said, I've done away went back with the Winged Eagle belt. And the next one is
so what drew you to make this your number 1, Corey?
what? He's classic Hogan. I mean that was basically when Hulkamania took off was 3.
Oh,
And just went because it just skyrocketed from there.
so that's when Hulkamania struck, brother.
Yeah, that's where it struck for me. Was I remember when I was 5 watching that I got it on beta. We rented it on beta, and it was when he fought Andre Pontiac Silverdome.
Yeah.
So that's when you started eating your Wheaties and taking your vitamins.
That's right. That's when I started roiding up every day, man. All right.
Hulkamania was strong before WrestleMania 3.
Yeah, but I was 5 at WrestleMania 3, man.
They had Hulk Hogan's Rockin' Wrestling cartoon on Saturday morning.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I remember watching that too. I watched that religiously. Fun
With
fact,
the junkyard dog.
Yeah.
Fun fact: Roddy Piper is the only one that done the voice of the actual wrestler. Nobody, everybody else on the show was not the original wrestlers.
You know, there's only
That
one of them
wasn't
left
Hulk
alive
Hogan?
now.
What's the
What's
brother
that?
on Everybody Loves Raymond done Hulk Hogan's voice?
Yeah,
Oh, yeah. Brad Garrett. Yeah.
Yeah, Brad Garrett.
Yeah. There's only one of those
That's
guys
it.
left alive now.
yeah. For WrestleMania 3, T. DiBiase's only one.
It's unbelievable.
Wow.
This right here, this is Hollywood after he dropped the black and white and come back to the Hollywood colors when he's fighting Vince in 2000. I think this is actually an Ultimate's figure too.
What's that, a knee brace?
Yep, there you go. There he is. That right there. And a lot of these shot up for like a month or 2. And I sent Wolf a message. He had some Brock Lesnar's. He was, in my opinion, he was asking way too much one. That's what the market is right now. They're not going to stop making Brock figures because they've got a new Hogan out right now. So I would not personally give too much money for these older figures of these wrestlers.
I won't.
And when I find the new Hogan's out now, he'll be my number 1. Because it's him, and he's got like a plastic deal, and it looks like he's ripping his shirt off. But like I said, this is the ultimate figure when he had the Undisputed. Now this right here, NWO Hogan. This is NWO Hogan. This was a build-a-figure set. This is a build-a-figure set.
And
I think he was.
Too?
Yeah. I got all the figures in this set, but it was to build Mean Gene Okerlund.
Oh, let me tell you something, Mean Gene.
Yep, Mean Gene brother.
I'm going to be the Macho Man.
This was only like $24. What I like about we was talking about earlier about Mattel. They got 3 tiers. They got a $10 kids tier. They got a $24 collector tier or a regular tier, and they got a ultimate tier for like $34. And I think they'll end up doing the DC the same way. There he is in his packaging. And the next one was my honorable mention because technically he's not Hulk Hogan.
Well, yes,
he's Mr. America. He's Mr. America, not Hulk Hogan.
Well, that definitely looks like Hulk Hogan to me.
No, if you keep on going,
who is that man? I don't know who that is.
I don't know. That's Mr. America. That's not Hulk Hogan, man. Sure, he come out to the Hulk Hogan theme song, but that is Mr. America. And if you go one more to the and there he is, and he was a.
He was just that was Hulk Hogan.
See, he was just a regular release. He was one of the $24 releases. But see, he says Mr. America, not Hulk Hogan.
First time in the line.
That's when he was feuding with. 100%. That's when he was feuding with Vince, and he got suspended. He come back as Mr. America. I was confused with Captain America.
Wasn't Mr. America and Mr. Universe, weren't those both like bodybuilding titles? How did the WWE get to use that?
I think one time Vince bought one of the bodybuilding organizations back in the 90s.
You need to sell them all their roids.
That's actually what he got in trouble for going to the federal government. One of them. But yeah, I mean, a lot of these YouTubers do it. To fill time, I'm gonna do at least once a show. Probably, I'm debating next month either Wolverine or Batman or Spider-Man. Because I mean, them the ones that clogging ourselves.
And here's the.
I hate you, John. I hate you, John. That will be my number one when I find it.
I found one of these.
Hogan, brother.
And I bought this one so I could sell it to Corey for $60.
Hold on to it
why do you have that? Now we know.
I ain't been with my current health issues. I ain't been hunting lately, but I will be out on the hunt for first.
Best figure of the year so far for me is Elric and Milban.
Yeah, I've seen that. He is awesome. He is awesome. I'll give you that.
No, that was a book, right, Timothy? That's a book you had read at some point in time, long time ago. Something.
But yeah, John has my number one. That would be my number one. And my number one figure I got this month is my Emily figure from Hasbro.
There you go.
All right, Emily, go put your feet back on the couch.
You really have a love for Emily, don't you?
It's pretty sad. He's making dolls of her now. Yeah.
You really do love her.
Good.
I bet you have a life-size poster hanging above your bed of her, don't you?
No, because I don't think my ceiling's that quite big. I live in a small apartment. I don't have that much ceiling space.
Mookrak Greavy Dave.
You need some glasses.
Michael Moore. I ain't saying that, buddy. This is a family show. I ain't saying that.
We shouldn't even have that on screen.
It's his name.
That's his name.
Right. No one cares if it's his name.
He collects roosters.
Yeah.
Maybe his ancestors did. Maybe that's the reason they called him that.
I guarantee you that's his real name. That's not a pen name. He wouldn't have come up with that.
Hey, Timothy, couch is sold separately, man. It's sold separately.
Well, that's cool.
Well, that's all the chicanery I got this week.
Oh man, that was interesting.
Hope to have Hogan next time we come on here.
Well, John will be more than happy to ship it to you, I bet.
Well, not that.
$79.99.
He said he wouldn't pay that kind of money for an older figure, but he didn't say nothing about a new one.
That's true.
True. But like I said, when Hogan died, all the figures shot up. Now Brock supposedly retired at WrestleMania, and I reckon the markets went crazy on him. And I sent a message to Wolf. I wouldn't pay outrageous prices for him coming in. I'd wait at least a month or so. because I got a gut suspicion he's going to be back at SummerSlam in Minnesota.
Nope. You're wrong. He has to retire.
Well, he's supposed to retire at Mania, but he was actually he's actually contracted to be at SummerSlam in Minnesota.
Well, that's cool and everything, but I watched a podcast with him where that his doctor advised him to retire because his stomach liner is so thin from diverticulitis that if he takes one too many shots to the stomach, he will die on the spot.
Well, that may be the case, but Hulk Hogan's dead and John's got a brand new figure in his hand, so they ain't gonna stop making
about the figure. I'm talking about him coming back to wrestling.
Well, I was based on the figure and whatever. If we're going for high dollars right now, same way with Hogan for about a month after he died, the market was just outrageous.
I wouldn't pay you 10 cents for one of them figures. Or Hulk Hogan figure, either one.
I feel the same way about an Auburn t-shirt.
Well, I feel the same way about your face, too.
Me too.
I ain't no Indian, but I know war talk when I hear it.
No, it ain't got here yet. November hadn't got here yet.
But anyway, that was funny. But
Stay off the couch, Emily. This is my place.
Wow. Well, it was an interesting 2 weeks, and it just got weird. So,
really weird.
Well,
I never said this ride wasn't going to be weird.
Wow. So yeah, there's that. Hopefully, anybody that wanted in on the compendium got in on the compendium because they were pretty set on letting everybody know that there would not be reprints again. So, so that's that. Yeah.
That's right, brother. No, does nobody have a picture of receding hairline Hook?
No.
I'd like to see that.
Didn't feel the need to download it.
No, it's a really
stupid.
That's the reason I wanted, because it looks so bad.
It's a really stupid looking figure.
To be honest, it's stupid.
I mean, to me, looking at it, it's like looking at a train wreck. You can't look away.
Yeah, the only thing I have to tell you, the only reason I can think of them actually doing that is because they are setting up the Maestro storyline, because they're making a point of the fact that the Hulk is going bald. I mean, if you look at that figure, it's just like, really? They're making a point of telling you. What's that?
He's going gray. And he's going gray, too.
Yeah.
I was sitting there thinking, Corey said, I'd like to see the picture of that the Hulk receding hairline. I thought, aren't they all kind of receding hairlines? I didn't know he was talking about that Hulk.
I did get a picture of the Hulk's receding hairline.
Okay. There it is. He's
double receding hairline.
Double receding hairline.
Yeah, he's going bald twice. It's so bad.
Thanks, Chat GPT, for messing up my background the way you did.
Double receding hairline.
Look at his hand, too. He's got 10 fingers on one hand?
It's so bad his hair retreated twice.
That's right. That's terrible.
But he looks nothing like the source material.
The face sculpt, I thought it looked like the Ruffalo Hulk, but just.
I do too. But you're right. It's turning gray and his hairline's falling back. They may be setting up Mephisto.
You're talking about
Maestro, rather.
You're talking about that MCU.
Yes.
Yeah.
The Mark Ruffalo Hulk.
Yeah. Yeah. It's really the only thing I can think of is they're setting up the Maestro storyline. I don't know, though. That's a wild guess.
What are y'all thinking about Hollywood these days? They've actually had turning out some pretty good movies. Mario Galaxy. And I seen John went to see Michael Jackson. I hadn't yet, but I want to.
Nope.
Yeah, and they kind of already hinted that they're going to do a second one. And because
how can you do a second one?
The story continues, so it's
okay. We know how it ended.
They only covered it up through 1988, so they're probably.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. It was pretty
That
good.
has got to be the ugliest Hulk figure I have ever seen in my life.
You've finally seen it? It is terrible, isn't it?
That is absolutely terrible.
Yeah, it is very bad.
I also, maybe I can get him and actually take and make a decent Hulk. I mean, do away with the head sculpt altogether.
Nah.
Go with his 80th anniversary Hulk. Because, I mean, I was looking between him and Ultimate Hulk. 80th anniversary got the better head sculpts.
He almost looks like the Grinch in the face.
Yep. Yep. The green and everything, yeah.
Actually, kind of reminds me of Human Shrek.
Don't you put that on Shrek.
Don't you put that on that me, Bobby Boucher?
Terrible.
I have seen a lot of Hulk figures in my life, but that is terrible.
It is horrible, isn't it?
That head
really
sculpt,
is.
the body sculpt, not so bad. But that face, it's definitely one only a mother would love.
It haunts you, don't it? It's like a train wreck. Like I said, you can't look away from it.
Why did I even have to look this up?
Curiosity got the worst of you.
Oh,
Yeah,
You're going to see that in your nightmares, man.
Yeah, it's terrible.
the hairline is terrible.
Yep, it is.
It's like they misplaced it.
And I didn't
pay much
see
attention to it. So.
I didn't see a trailer or anything, so I don't know if that's how he actually is going to look in the movie or not.
I've seen 3 trailers, and none of them.
They're making a movie.
So,
yeah, that's the new Spider-Man movie.
New Spider-Man movie.
They should stop.
Is this what you're talking about?
Yeah.
That's him, buddy.
Look at the hairline.
Yeah.
It looks like 6 inches too far back on his head.
Yeah,
They've got 3 trailers out, but
web on his hand right there.
But none in Hulk form.
Yeah.
He's in three of the trailers, but no, he's not in Hulk form.
Well, yeah,
still Bruce Banner.
That for the movie.
They make Rogaine for that.
Yeah, but did they make Hulk strength Rogaine for that? It's just a Hulk hair color, you know.
Oh no!
Well, it's like,
But at least it don't look like this.
Yeah, exactly.
So,
it'd be like Red Hulk. Bruce Banner still has his hair, but the Hulk doesn't, right? Like
They massacred
Ross
my boy.
has a mustache, but Red Hulk doesn't. Yeah.
Look, his forehead bigger than the Grand Canyon.
I don't know. I mean, that really don't even look like Mark Ruffalo, really.
What?
I mean, I can see it some, but
don't get mad.
There's a resemblance, but
yeah.
Yeah. It's definitely movie Hulk. It's not, but
But they said the only difference between the Spider-Man suit and the one that come out on the retro card with not Tobey Maguire, but whoever this Spider-Man is just a shade in the blue. It's the only difference in them. So I'm gonna pass on it.
That's
on the Hulk, but on the Batman. I mean Batman, Spider-Man. But I'm gonna get that Hulk just because that hairline is just haunting.
yeah, I'm a pass. I'm all set. I'm good.
That is haunting. That stuff Nightmares is made out of.
No.
This is one I want because everybody needs a Hulk with bunny slippers.
I pre-ordered it.
I passed on it. I'm sorry. I wasn't big Professor Hulk deal. And
That was part of the smart.
It'd go good with that. It'd go good with that Deadpool that's got bunny slippers.
It was part of the storyline.
I do have that one.
Peter David one.
So I don't know. The only thing I didn't like about that Professor Hulk, he should have had a bigger gun. He don't. He's got that little bitty pistol-like type gun for him, and then Professor, he had like a arm cannon that was about the size of a '67 Buick.
Nice.
And the Joe deal, I think 2027 is the end. We're gonna get a ton of repaints. We may get 5 new figures, new sculpted figures. We might get 5 in 2027, 2026, more than what we got now. But after that, it's over with.
Yeah, I think the Marvel Legends is going to kind of falter. I think they're going to drop from 150 figures a year to about 145.
Well, I mean,
yeah, it's
Marvel out here. There's Marvel in yonder. I mean,
and you ain't got to buy them all. Remember that, guys.
I mean, I don't, but I've got basically, I think what I want as far as it goes. Just like this build a fairway, I might get the updated articulations. All the update is in the new Lady Deadpool. Head sculpt's the same, everything's the same. And
you've got to look at the Marvel Legends Dark Avengers Hawkeye. Why is he smiling?
Because he's Bullseye. He's not Hawkeye.
It's so dumb.
And in the Dark Avengers, Bullseye becomes Hawkeye.
So stupid.
And in the comic book, Bullseye is a little off in the head.
He's a lot off in the head.
I didn't like the Dark Avengers.
I just mainly want Marina and the box Build-A-Figure to finish Alpha Flight. I don't really care about all the rest of them.
The box.
Yeah, the box looks like what's his name? Colossus to me.
Yeah.
Probably
uses parts of Colossus.
A Temu version of Colossus. And I understand a lot of people want Outback Psylocke too.
Anyway.
Hey, you want to see something cool?
Yeah. Let's
see something cool. Let's get out of nut job land and go see something cool.
Something to get that vision out of my head.
Oh, angry. Hairline receiving first date.
I was hoping to be further along, but I'm gonna tell you, for sheer complexity, not necessarily even number of parts, but complexity, this has been the worst one.
Because all the parts are there.
So I put together enough of it temporarily so that you can see, and I'm hoping maybe next time it'll be completely assembled. But you guys wanted a classified scale Awe Striker. Yeah, Awe Striker. Holy crap, Sky Striker.
I was going to say, I think you hit the wrong print button.
Yeah, well, no wonder it's so complex. I'm trying to put together a Jeep, and this thing's a plane. Yeah, I mean, this is a third of it, right?
I like to have that.
Give or take.
Get up Ramen and get me a Tom Cruise pilot and Goose, man. That'd be awesome.
Yeah, it's I have to tell you it's typical. It's just like the original. The interior is really sparse, but this sucker has got. Here's where the complexity comes in. It's got the landing gear wing mechanism.
Do you want me to open those? I've opened those many times. You open it.
I mean, the engine covers the whole. I know that white is really white, isn't it?
Bright white.
But yeah, I mean, hopefully next time I'll be able to show you. But I probably told you guys a lot of these, to actually be able to show them really, really well, they have to be fully assembled.
This one is definitely one of them.
And this is definitely one of them. The problem with them being fully assembled is the space that they take up.
Yeah, what's your hose? At least 18, 20 inches long, it was like.
This as it sits, just sitting here right now, a third of it. This is a solid 16 inches.
Yeah.
I mean, of course, the Night Raven is downstairs, taking up the whole length of the kitchen bar. Let me do.
Throw it.
Give me the dragonfly. Give me the dragonfly.
With the stand?
No, I don't need the stand. Just
how do I take it off the stand?
Pop it off the stand.
You just
don't do it.
Pull up or you slide it. How do you pop it off the stand?
Just give me the dragonfly. Just to give you an idea, here's the dragonfly. Here's your Sky Striker.
Oh, yeah.
It's like I said, this third. I wish I could do this so you guys could see. I'm kind of lining the nose up with that back end. There's another there's another about 10 inches of dragonfly past this, and I've still got 18 inches of Sky Striker to go. So it's it will be quite a bit longer than the dragonfly.
Yep, I don't think we're gonna get that in HasLab.
Well,
Maybe.
this is gonna sound strange, but the assembly is complex, but none of the individual pieces are complex. Does that make any sense to you?
Mm-hmm.
Some of these like that, like the Mobat and the whale especially, some of the parts are so detailed it takes forever to produce them. This is very this is like 1983 basic. You guys all know what I mean by that.
Mm-hmm.
Right? So
Was that F-16 or F-15 Tomcat?
F-14.
14.
Throw it.
This is going to sound strange, but I think Hasbro could come in with a non-lights, non-electronic Sky Striker, probably for $400. I would bet that they actually could do that. Now, do I think they will? No, because it's going to be a lot bigger than the Rattler. I should have brought one of the wings up here. The hydrofoil, the Moray, which I'm hoping to get working on soon, had the single largest piece to be printed. This one is the new record. The Sky Striker, the wings are too big for my printer to print in one piece.
Wow.
Yeah. So
insane.
I had the option of printing them in two pieces, which I had to do. And initially, I have that printer because of its size, and that one couldn't print the wings because the wings. I don't know. What do you think, Emmett? The wingtips come out to about here. I mean, it's going to be. It's going to be
What's wrong with
3
this
feet.
camera?
Going to be 3 feet wide at least. So,
to give you some guy, every guy's watching some aspect of how wide they're going to be. I've seen one of these been 3D printed up, and the wingspan when they're fully extended is about the width of Captain America's replica shield.
it's pretty lengthy.
I'm gonna throw it.
Hopefully, you're not going to throw anything, or you'll be going.
They're going to be sleeping outside tonight.
It's cool. It's very basic, but it is cool. But you get some of these prints, you can look at them and tell the direct scans of the original. And this is definitely one of them, and there's nothing wrong with that. So it'll be cool.
Smell.
It'll be cool when it's done. I just got to get to a point where I'm able to get to the garage and get things cleaned up so I can make more room to display this stuff assembled, because I just don't have any room. Hey, look at this. I started this today. Let's see if you guys recognize these. Rubber. These are rubber tires too. What do you think?
Personnel carrier.
Slugger.
Slugger. There's your bottom to the Slugger. So hopefully in 2 weeks we'll be able to show you some more finished stuff. And then this Slugger should be all printed up at least. This one will go together quickly. To tell you the truth, honestly, it's not that much bigger, other than the cannon that will be hanging out the front of it. It's not that much bigger than the Vamp, so this one won't be terrible.
What about affordable?
But I gave up on affordable because people can't afford these things.
Probably more affordable than that plane there.
Yeah, but I will say this. No, I want you to put it someplace. That's why I handed it to you.
I don't got no room to put it. You already had a good spot.
So, I was able to. You guys have known I was asking questions about. Decals and making decals for these things. And I mean, we went through the idea of crickets and different laser printers and on and on and on and on and on it went. Well, I found a guy actually that does classified scale decal sheets for people like me that are doing this stuff. And these are the sheets for the Mobat, which will finish that off nicely, very nicely. And in the process of talking with him, I had asked about other vehicles. Do you have a set for XYZ? And I ended up getting a set.
Well, come on, sticker I take.
No, you're not going to take it. A set for the Moray, which means I can start thinking about getting that painted up and finished. And he actually had a set. He made 2 different sets for the Sky Striker, one in light gray and one in white. So he's making me a set of decals for the Sky Striker too.
Sweet.
Talked to him about the Whale. He said he could make a set for the Whale, no problem. He already does the Devilfish, which was good.
And now who is this? 'Cause I'm going to need a set for my Devilfish.
I will tell you right now. He's on Etsy, and his business name is Scallywags Customs. It's SCALLYWAGS Customs.
Scallywags Customs.
Scallywags Customs. Yep. His name's Steve.
I'm gonna need a set for the Triple T.
I think he had set for Triple T's. But here's the good news.
He's on Etsy, right?
Etsy, yep. He's able to make most any of the decals. Now, I will warn you. Here's the catch. You're going to have to matte coat, or you're going to have to paint the plastic. You're going to have to paint the PLA before the decals will adhere to the plastic. Otherwise, they won't adhere. So you're going to have to hit it with a matte. You know what I'm saying? Hit it with a matte and then put the decals on,
Okay.
and then I would hit it again over the top of the decals just to seal them. But so yeah, and they are well, it comes with directions and stuff. But anyways, so can you see that? Scallywags Customs. Super nice guy named Steve. Okay. On Etsy. So here's what I'm going to do. I've been really kind of struggling with. When we started the podcast, we all had our segments. You guys remember, and that's very difficult for us to maintain because it's very hard to do research and put stuff together or make separate videos and get them to Shane and make sure they're compatible and on it goes. But myself, I'd really like to try to get back to that. And Lord knows I have enough of these projects that are in some level of completion. You know what I'm saying? So for me, what I think I'm going to do is I'm going to finish the printing for the Slugger. And then as far as the show goes, I'm going to go backwards. I'm going to go all the way back to the train, and I'm going to start showing these things that we've printed and start talking about the history of them and, some of the details. And as I'm going, I should be able to get more and more of them finished and ready to show. Does that make sense? All the while trying and this is a big try because I got to tell you guys, the cost of filament is just it's close to twice what it was when I started this a year ago. And I know it's really, really foolish. I have to be honest with you, it's really foolish. But over the next few months, and I do mean months, I'm going to print the modernized version, classified scale of a Terradrome. Yeah, I know. which is going to take a very long time.
You're crazy.
Well, it'll be fun, right?
It'll be fun.
Dave, are you trying to tell us you won the lottery without telling us you won the lottery?
No, this is not one of those there'll be signs deals.
In fact, there will be signs we're going bankrupt.
Dave, excuse me.
Who's we?
Yo, use we.
Canopies for these things. I've got a guy that will do the canopies. I showed you guys the canopies for the canopy for the Tomahawk. So I'm hoping to do a canopy a month, plus a set of decals, which, to be perfectly honest with you, really puts the price of these things over the top. To be perfectly honest with you, so I'm kind of giving up on the idea of really selling a whole lot of this stuff. But that's what I want to kind of do, is trying to turn it into a segment. So while the Terradrome is printing, and that's a big if, because my printer has almost 5,000 hours on it.
Wow.
My 1 year warranty is up as of the end of April, so any and all repairs from here on out will be 100% on me. So,
So you're kind of hoping it kicks the bucket.
I'm hoping it gets through the Terradrome. That would be really cool. And then, you know what? Anything after that is a bonus. But I have to be honest with you guys. Some of this stuff is, like you said, it's just the whale. I mean, the smaller Mobat. A lot of the stuff is put away. There's the Mobat.
It's pretty awesome, though.
The Triple T and the stuff. I mean, most of it's put away. Most of it's in totes and pieces, because I had them assembled to do the show in Gadsden a long time ago now.
2 years.
And I'd like to be able to get them put together, finished up, so that they're actually, can be enjoyed and looked at. So that's going to be my new focus, is not necessarily talking about new stuff, because I got to be honest with you guys, my purchasing of new stuff is really coming to an end quickly. Not because I'm disgruntled or whatever. It's really, really simple. It's this simple. McFarlane is ending this year, and I'm not picking up the Mattel line. There were literally just 2 or 3 Hammond Collection dinos that I actually want, that have been announced, that'll be released in the next month, actually. So then I'm done there. And like Corey said earlier, there were literally, at this point in time, I can count on one hand the number of classified figures that are must-haves for me. Yeah. I mean, Grand Slam, Flash, they did announce Muskrat, which I do really want. And I mean, other than,
Date 6, that's mine. That's it.
I would love to have Ace.
I would love.
Won't never get Ace.
Yeah.
Thunder.
Won't never get Ace.
Thunder, yeah, I'd love to have Thunder.
Yeah, don't. You know what, though? Here's the thing.
Well, I mean,
Steeler tells us, don't say we won't get Ace.
Yeah.
Right. Steeler tells you
and
don't
I never
say
thought
you won't
we'd
get
get
Ace.
a Copperhead without a water moccasin either.
Right. So,
but we did.
We did.
That's true.
So you made a water moccasin.
Yeah, I got a water moccasin.
I know.
But the rumor mill we're getting a water moccasin too. The rumor is there's a triple T coming. And that's all fine. It's not competition to me. I mean, I'm happy with the ones I have. My water moccasin, you guys saw that with that doe skin interior. That's really awesome.
I loved it.
That's really nice
interior.
So
Copperhead driving good.
So I'm not going to take any more requests. I'm not going to go, hey, what do you want me to make next? The Sky Strike.
Oh, well, the Terradrome on your bucket list.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't think I'll be taking any in either.
Yeah, I think.
Unless you want to fund a new printer.
Yeah, no one's going to want to fund a new printer, including me.
But you're going to have to.
I may not. You'd be surprised. This old boy was almost world famous for keeping old junk going when it really should not have ever been going. And
how are you going to keep that going?
If I can do that with a dump truck or a front end loader, I can probably do it with a 3D printer.
It's called duct tape and a prayer.
Oh boy. So that's kind of going to be my segment type thing from now on. I'm going to go back, start finishing these things. That's going to be it, really. And I hope that's entertaining. I hope that's,
It is for me. I love seeing that stuff, man.
I hope that's stuff, and it's not. And I don't want anybody to think I'm showing stuff off that no one else has. That's not what I'm doing. It's just cool stuff. You guys, you can come to the house and look at it if you want to. If you really desperately wanted one, I might be able to make you one later on. But you really wouldn't like the cost. I mean, it's sad but true. You really wouldn't like the cost.
Well,
he don't like the cost.
I don't like.
It's like this. There's some stuff I don't think they'll ever do. Like I don't think we'll ever get a triple T. Be honest with you, I think we'll get a retro carded Sergeant Slaughter. We went with the triple T, but I think as far as we're gonna get.
The hard thing is I'm looking. I look at the triple T, and it really, because this is my my commemorative colors with the brass and the whole bit. But I can tell you right now, it
doesn't scale badly.
Here's my only concern with it is based on the size of the despoiler at $109. It's going to put this or another vamp type Jeep. It would have to be close to $150. Would have to be. And I'm not sure. I just don't know if there's that much of a market left for this kind of stuff at those prices. You understand what I'm saying? I just don't know.
That's what I'm putting mine on. Like I said, I think we'll get that Slaughter. I think it's going to be in a retro card.
I mean, I don't know. What are you scared I'm going to drop it?
Yeah, I'm scared I'm going to drop it. The last one warped from heat.
Well, that one's got to go and get the Sarge's signature on it because that is the one. I don't know if you guys noticed it or not. I've showed you before, but this has got Ron Rudet's signature on it.
Mm-hmm.
And I'll get Sarge's on the other. Because for those of you that don't know, the Triple T and the Moray were the two vehicles that Ron Rudet was involved in the design of. The rest of the time, he just did figures. So I have a bow plate for a classified scale Moray that was signed by Ron. And I know you guys can help me. The voice actor for Cutter. I'm gonna have him sign that same bow plate so that I can swap those out onto Moray. You know what I'm saying? I thought that would be. I think that would be cool. No, I'm sorry. I've got he's gonna sign a whale piece for me, but.
You're going to have to select which piece, though.
That was somebody else's signature I was going to get. Oh, Boggs Nosian? Is that? I was going to get his signature on the bow of the Moray. Sorry, I'm tired. I'm getting confused. But anyways, But those are almost like pieces I'd put on special occasions or something and just leave them set aside. Other than that, because
what would special occasions be?
Take them to a show or something. Honestly, you never know. I mean, one of us may need stuff for display at some point in time, or attention grabbers at a show for something. Because this stuff will definitely do that for you. I mean, it definitely draw people to your table.
Yeah, just lug that tank, put it on the table.
Yeah, I'd like to have Slaughter sign underneath my top part of my Triple T.
Yep.
Why underneath?
That way it looks normal on top. You just flip it underneath. Hey, it's been signed by the Sarge.
If I was going to use an autograph, but I don't want it where it can be seen.
I mean, I could see you doing it on
the engine cover.
The engine cover, because you lift that to look inside, and you could have it on that.
Well, that work too.
What's the point of getting it autographed if you can't see it, though?
Yeah.
Take the engine cover off, you can see it.
Yeah, I don't know. I want to see.
Then you put things all apart. I mean,
I plan to get
on the hood.
I plan to get one of them. I plan to get one of them decal packs.
I know
that's a gas and con 101, man.
Yeah, I mean, Mason's saying 100% on the Triple T this year, and like I said, that doesn't bother me one bit. I'm happy with the one I've got. I mean, I was never a huge Sergeant Slaughter fan, anyways, so it's that's money I don't need to spend. So
yeah, you're just making one for fun.
My only concern is what the price point's going to be on it, because, like I said, that despoiler at $110 just doesn't bode well for vehicle prices.
I think that despoiler is $20 too high.
I agree, but I agree.
They should have brought that thing under at $99.99.
I still would have liked it at $89.99.
I would have too, but
but it is what it is.
Will I swallow my disdain? Will I swallow my disdain and buy it? Yep, sure enough will.
Well,
I
love the grinders.
Yeah, okay,
all right.
Have a good night.
Have a good week. Yeah, we probably ought to hang it up. I don't know. It's like I said, what we said earlier is the truth. You don't have to buy it. So, and that's going to be, I think, more and more true as the summer goes on. You don't have to buy it. So,
yeah, but I want to.
Oh boy, I want to do a lot of things, but not sure it's going to work out that way.
Me too.
But I gotta have the Iron Grenadier. That was the last thing I collected in Joe before I hung it up originally.
It's like I said, it's a cool vehicle, but that's a lot of money.
Well, I can see their point. There's a lot of new tooling, and they're not going to use it on nothing else.
I'm not going to be. I really don't want to be critical of the whys or the hows that it costs that much. I'm just stating the fact that it costs too much. Now, if that's not too much for you or somebody else, it's awesome. But for me,
it's too much. It's too much. But still, I'm gonna get it.
Look, I'll say something that might tick off a person or two. It might not. Some of us can listen to it from whence it comes and understands exactly what I'm saying. We are adults collecting toys. The truth is, none of this is worth the money that we spend on it. So
we're buying the memory berries.
We prioritize it because we like it. This is all an emotional buy. The real value, the real value of it is the value that we put on it.
Yep.
That's a fact. So if one person says that's not too much for me, awesome. But another person is going to say it right now for whatever circumstance or just practicality. It's too much.
Well, the way I feel about it, my Joe's coming in. It ain't really don't want to cheapen out now. I mean.
Well, I talked about collector math. a long time ago that when you start looking at your collection as a whole, there are certain things, and the manufacturers know this, there are certain things that you will spend extra on to fill the hole, because if you don't, it devalues your whole collection. At this point in time, Iron Grenadier Destro, if you have IG bats and you've got IG, Iron Grenadiers themselves, and you've got, what was it, scrap iron, and you've got, right? I mean, your collector math is going to tell you whether or not you have to buy that Destro.
Not scrap iron.
May I ask you? Scrap iron is Iron Grenadier.
No,
Metalhead. Yeah, Metalhead. Yeah.
Thank you. We'll all do our own collector math on that. How much is that?
Did they not have an Iron Grenadier Baroness?
No.
No, they had
Am I just Mendeling in it?
We've got Iron Grenadiers, we got Metalhead, and we've got the IG bats.
Yep.
That's what we have for Iron Grenadiers.
Yeah.
Does Dark One count?
Yes, Darklon actually does count as Iron Grenadier.
He is an Iron Grenadier commander.
Yep. So yes. So again, do your own personal collector math will tell you
do like Darklon.
If that's $110 hole or not. If you're already in $200, then it might be for you.
He's the reason I canceled Mephisto.
I have to tell you, I remember
it's a great looking figure and everything.
It is very well done.
So
it was the very tail end of my collecting was the Iron Grenadier stuff.
Mine too.
The Dominator was actually a very cool toy. I just bought one at a flea market a couple of weeks ago. I got to finish getting the parts for it. But yeah, I mean, Battle Force 2000 and the Iron Grenadiers was the end of it for me when I ended up giving it all away and not buying any more for 30 years. But
because technically you did have that sword and that Snake Eyes figure.
Well, I bought that sword separately anyways. That was years and years later.
And that's the reason I was looking at that Swamp Skier and stuff. Do I need her? No. I ain't got no attachment to her.
I need her.
Will I get her eventually?
Well, I'll tell you, I canceled my pre-order today, and I'll tell you why, because it just hit me wrong. McFarlane dropped, and Timothy probably could attest to this. He may have actually ordered more. But McFarlane in the last 2 weeks dropped 6 or 8 figures kind of out of the blue for pre-order. And I did manage to get 4 of the ones that I wanted pre-ordered before they evaporated. And lo and behold, those all dropped this week. And
who are they?
Of course, what's Ramp Rats. They dropped those on us relatively quickly.
Yep.
Those dropped this week. The Swamp Skier in the figure drops this week. I just kind of got looking at it going, well, I got to pick and choose who I'm going to take a shot with and who I'm not. And she happened to be the one that I'm just going to roll the dice on.
And to be honest,
I think she'll be around.
The Ramp Rats were exclusive, and the McFarlane figures sold out in seconds. So it wasn't, it was just an easy. That one was an easy choice.
I think she'll be around on the secondary market because a lot of people's going to buy them things up. Don't care about her. They just want to Swamp Ski.
Yeah, and I have to be perfectly honest with you. I don't care about that Swamp Skeeter. I just wanted her. So that Swamp Skier drives me nuts.
All thing I want is her and a video how to put mine together, and I'm good.
I got to. You don't remember how to put the original together?
Not a clue. I can't remember what happened last week.
I'll make a little quick video for you and show you how it goes together.
Even though it's going to take him like a minute to do it.
Well, yeah, it's no big deal.
A hot minute.
It's no big deal. But no, there was. I ordered the new Martian Manhunter and Miss Martian, and I ordered. What were the other two that just popped the other day?
I don't know.
Rhetorical question, buddy. I wasn't actually asking you.
Stool Man.
You take him downstairs and make sure he don't need to go out.
Sig, come.
Go with the boy. Sig. Oh, Larfleeze, which is the Orange Lantern, and that re-release of the Shazam figure that I missed out on the first time. I was not gonna pass on that again. So, and those dropped this week. So, that was kind of it. I had to make a call, so I did. That's that. So.
Oh,
Well, that was a quick 2 hours.
Yeah, it was.
ain't that the truth?
Yeah, it was. So, anyways, I'm very tired.
Me too.
I'm very tired. I have been for a while. So, that's the plan. 2 weeks from tonight, same bat time, same bat channel.
Same craziness.
Good and safe week.
Bye,
Peace out, everybody.
guys.